turbochargers, automatic transmissions, manual clutches. Some of the most expensive parts on your entire car, and also some of the easiest to quietly destroy without ever realizing it. None of these habits will kill your car today. They'll just shave years off parts that are supposed to last the life of the vehicle. So today we're counting down 15 everyday habits doing exactly that, starting with a fluid most people don't think about until it's already caused damage. Let's get into it. Habit number 15. Forgetting to change your engine coolant. Coolant doesn't just stop your engine from overheating. It also protects every metal surface it touches from corrosion. Over years of heat cycling, that protection breaks down, and old coolant can actually become mildly conductive. It's common enough that mechanics will test suspect coolant with a multimeter and measure real stray voltage sitting in the system. That voltage slowly corrodes aluminum components from the inside. Water pump housings, radiator cores, even cylinder heads. Most extended life coolants are rated for around 5 years or 150,000 miles, so if you don't keep a car that long, this may never affect you. But if you do, don't treat coolant as a forever fluid. Change it on schedule. Habit number 14. Full throttle before the engine is warmed up. Cold oil is thick oil. It hasn't reached full operating temperature yet, which means it isn't flowing at the speed your engine's internals were designed around, especially the tighter clearances inside variable valve timing systems and turbocharger bearings. Flooring it in the first few minutes forces those parts to work under load before they're properly lubricated, and that's where accelerated wear happens. Give the engine a few minutes of easy, normal speed driving first. You don't need to sit and idle in the driveway. Just drive gently until things warm up, then use full power whenever you actually need it. Habit number 13. Parking on a hill without using the parking brake. On an automatic, the park position is held by a small metal pawl that drops into a notch on a gear inside the transmission. On an incline, the full weight of the car pulling downhill puts all of that force on one small piece of metal. It's not designed to be the primary thing holding your car in place. On a manual, being in gear only helps if the engine can physically resist the car's weight, which isn't guaranteed on a steep grade. Either way, always set the parking brake before you get out. On a manual, that also means setting the brake first, then shifting into gear, so the transmission and clutch aren't taking the full strain when you shut the engine off. Habit number 12. Wasting money on fuel additives. Modern pump gasoline already contains detergent additives required by regulation in most markets. Cars run fine on fuel straight from the pump without anything extra poured in. Bottled additives marketed as deep cleaners rarely add meaningful benefit for a car that's otherwise maintained properly. There's also a common misconception with direct injection engines. Additives poured into the tank get sprayed straight into the combustion chamber by the injectors, never touching the intake valves, so they can't clean carbon buildup that forms there. If that's your concern, an actual intake cleaning service does the job. A bottle from the parts store mostly just costs you money. Habit number 11. Putting heavier weight oil in modern engines. If an engine starts using a little oil, switching to a thicker weight to slow the burn feels logical, but it usually backfires on modern engines. Most newer engines are built around variable valve timing systems, engineered specifically around thin oils like 0W20 or 5W30, so that oil reaches the VVT actuators fast on startup. Force in a heavier weight than spec, and that system doesn't get lubricated fast enough, especially on cold starts. Over time, that accelerates wear in the VVT solenoids and can throw a check engine light for cam timing. If your engine's burning oil, that's worth an actual diagnosis, not a workaround using the wrong viscosity. Habit number 10. Neglecting to flush dirty hydraulic clutch fluid. Most modern manual transmissions don't use a mechanical clutch cable anymore. They use a hydraulic system with a master and slave cylinder, running fluid that's chemically similar to brake fluid. That fluid absorbs moisture from the air over time, and moisture plus heat is exactly what degrades rubber seals inside those cylinders. Once the seals start failing, the clutch can get soft, spongy, or stop engaging correctly. On some vehicles, the slave cylinder is mounted inside the transmission housing itself, meaning a failure means pulling the transmission just to replace it, a repair that can run well over $1,000. Flushing this fluid every 2 to 4 years is a cheap, simple job that avoids all of that. Habit number 9. Revving a turbo engine immediately after a cold startup. A turbocharger spins on the same oil supply as the rest of your engine, and it relies on that oil reaching full pressure before it's put under load. The moment you start a cold engine, oil pressure hasn't built up yet. It takes a few seconds to fully circulate. Gun the throttle in that window, and you're spinning the turbo's bearings before they're properly lubricated, which is one of the fastest ways to shorten a turbo's lifespan. Let the engine idle for 5 to 10 seconds before you even pull out of the driveway. It costs you nothing and protects a repair that can cost thousands. Habit number 8. Using cheap oil or skipping oil changes. Oil is the only thing standing between your engine's moving metal parts and metal-on-metal wear. Lower quality oils break down faster under heat, losing viscosity and protection well before their next scheduled change, and stretching intervals past what your engine actually needs just means more time running on oil that's already lost its protective properties. This matters even more with turbocharged engines, since the turbo itself runs on that same oil under extreme heat. That's exactly why full synthetic is worth the extra cost on turbo vehicles. It holds up under temperatures conventional oil can't handle. Stick to a quality oil and a real interval, not just whatever's cheapest on the shelf. Quick pause before we hit the halfway mark. If any of these have already been useful, hitting subscribe to Motor Minds would genuinely mean a lot and helps this channel keep making videos like this one. Thanks for being here. Now, back to the list. Habit number 7. Shutting off a hot turbo engine immediately after driving hard. After hard driving, a turbocharger can still be spinning at extremely high speed, carrying heat from exhaust gases that can reach hundreds of degrees. Shut the engine off immediately, and oil circulation stops instantly too, leaving hot oil sitting motionless right on the turbo's bearings. That trapped oil can literally cook onto the metal, a process mechanics call coking, which clogs oil passages and starves the turbo on future startups. Some turbos are also water-cooled and rely on that same circulation to shed heat. After a hard drive, let the engine idle for 30 seconds to a minute before shutting off. Enough time for oil and coolant to carry that heat away safely. Habit number 6. Believing automatic transmission fluid lasts a lifetime. Lifetime fluid labeling usually means the fluid is expected to last the lifetime of the transmission under ideal conditions, not that it never needs changing. In practice, ATF picks up heat, friction material, and tiny metal particles every time the transmission shifts, and it gradually loses the properties that let it do its job smoothly. Even with modern synthetic ATF that resists breakdown far better than older fluids, it still degrades eventually. A common independent recommendation is changing it somewhere in the 30,000 to 60,000 mile range, regardless of what a no service needed sticker claims. A transmission that's had clean fluid its whole life shifts better and lasts longer than one that never has. Habit number 5. Accelerating harshly all the time in a turbocharged vehicle. Turbocharged engines are usually smaller displacement than the power they produce, which is exactly why they can get excellent fuel economy. When driven gently, they spend most of their time barely using boost at all. Floor it constantly though, and the turbo is spooling up and pushing extra air and fuel into the engine on every single acceleration, burning noticeably more fuel than the same trip driven smoothly. It also runs the turbo hotter and harder more often, adding wear over time. Drive it like a normal car most of the time, and the power is still there in reserve whenever you actually need it. Habit number 4. Running the fuel tank near empty as a routine habit. Treating empty as a real option every week feels harmless, but it's one of the quietest ways to kill a fuel pump early. On most vehicles, the pump sits submerged inside the tank, and that surrounding fuel isn't just fuel. It's what keeps the pump cool and lubricated while it runs. Let the level drop low and stay there routinely, and the pump spends more time partially exposed, running hotter than it's designed to. Low fuel also stirs up sediment that's settled at the bottom of the tank over the years, pulling more of it toward the filter and injectors than a fuller tank ever would. Try to keep it above a quarter tank as a habit, not just when the light comes on. If you want to know exactly what a dying fuel pump looks like before it strands you somewhere, check out our video, 10 Silent Signs Your Fuel Pump is Dying. It walks through the early warning signs so you can catch it in time. Habit number 3, never checking tire pressure, especially before long trips. Tire pressure is one of the easiest checks in the world to skip, and one of the most dangerous to ignore before a long trip. Underinflated tires flex more with every rotation, building up heat that dramatically raises blowout risk at sustained highway speeds, especially in hot weather or with a fully loaded car. Low pressure also increases stopping distance, throws off handling during emergency maneuvers, and quietly increases fuel consumption for the entire trip. A dashboard TPMS light isn't a real-time gauge either. Most systems only trigger once pressure drops significantly below spec, so by the time it's lit, you're already running well under. Check pressures cold, before you leave, not after the warning light comes on. Habit number 2, leaving an automatic transmission in drive during long idling. Even sitting still, drive keeps the torque converter under load, which generates more internal heat than the transmission sees in park. It's a small difference over a few minutes at a stoplight, but stack up enough long waits, and that heat cycling adds up over the life of the transmission. If you know you're going to be stopped for a while, a drive-through line, a train crossing, waiting to pick someone up, shift into park. It costs nothing and takes the load off components that don't need to be working while you're not going anywhere. Habit number 1, riding the clutch pedal while driving. Resting your foot on the clutch pedal while cruising, even with light pressure, keeps the clutch slightly disengaged, which means it's constantly slipping against the pressure plate instead of fully locked together. That slipping is friction, and friction wears down the clutch disc every single time it happens. There are only 2 positions a clutch pedal should be in while you're driving normally: fully up, foot off, or fully down to shift. No resting spot in between, no matter how it feels more comfortable. It's a small habit, but on some vehicles, a clutch replacement means pulling the entire transmission, an expensive fix for something this easy to avoid. That's 15 habits that are quietly aging your engine, turbo, transmission, and clutch, sometimes years faster than they should be. None of them will hurt your car today. All of them add up eventually. Which one caught you off guard? Let me know in the comments. I read every one. If this helped, hit subscribe for more real mechanic advice, no fluff. See you in the next one.